those of your viewers who kind of understand what Bitcoin is, Bitcoin was designed for the purposes of transferring Bitcoin. The Ethereum project was designed more for the creation of building applications, building a technological ecosystem on top of it, beyond simple value transfer. So Ethereum works with something called smart contracts, which some of your viewers may be familiar with. And these can power different types of applications, such as popular DeFi applications. DeFi applications are it's short for decentralized finance. And this allows people to interact with financial primitives in a trustless and permissionless way on the Ethereum network. So Ethereum as an asset class, as an asset itself, is actually used to power these interactions on the Ethereum network. So the asset is actually used something like a fuel in order to power transactions, whether those transactions be in the Ethereum itself or in these other assets that are built on top of Ethereum. So that's kind of what we've seen over the last year, is this sort of explosion in decentralized finance, and that has driven new investors to purchasing the native assets so they can power those applications. One of the things that we can kind of look at where Bitcoin and Ethereum sit in the overall digital asset ecosystem is Bitcoin is primarily viewed as a store of value. Now, Ethereum, the asset, has a lot of store of value qualities to it, but it also serves to run the applications across the Ethereum network. So what we're kind of seeing is, and there was an article in CoinDesk just today about the interest of institutionals in Ethereum, because they see this exponential growth in DeFi. And while perhaps wanting to hedge against the direct risks of those particular protocols, they acknowledge the incredible value that's added by these protocols. And so holding Ethereum itself, the native asset to power these transactions on the Ethereum network, serves as sort of a hedge against that risk, while benefiting from the greater demand for the Ethereum token because of the increased interest in DeFi.
Now, there was an article about an interview that you did recently in which you said that you're doubling down on Ethereum this year. Can you elaborate on what that means and why?
I think that we're just seeing the beginning of Ethereum's growth. With the launch of the Beacon chain in December, which is the first move towards Ethereum's move to a proof of stake network, we've seen incredible interest in people putting down 32 ETH in order to stake on the Ethereum to Beacon chain. That shows an incredible amount of investor confidence in the long-term viability of the Ethereum blockchain. And because of the fact that overwhelmingly the developer community is behind Ethereum, the DeFi activity is on Ethereum, that we're only just beginning to see the start of long-term growth for this ecosystem.
Okay. Brian, as somebody who is probably interested in buying Ethereum or wants to invest in Ethereum, the way I look at it, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that Ethereum is sort of an asset that has leverage to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up by 1%, Ethereum might go up by 2 to 3%. If it goes down by 1%, vice versa. So it has a higher beta. It's a higher beta instrument to Bitcoin. So if I'm bullish on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a whole asset class, then I should be buying Ethereum as a leveraged play. Is that the correct way to look at this, you think?
I think that's one way of looking at it. I tend to steer away from looking at the assets as entirely tied. Overall market sentiment that might show historically what overall market sentiment has been over the last year and a half. I think that when you get down to fundamentals, Bitcoin is a deflationary currency. That's what it's designed to do. Ethereum is a value generating currency. And so at some point, the valuation, the value being generated on Ethereum is going to break out from Bitcoin, and it's going to move independently. That isn't to say that there's not always going to be a correlation between the two. I can see that happening for a long time to come. But when evaluating Ethereum's long-term prospects, I think that people who are interested really need to look at the value being generated on the Ethereum blockchain through these other applications.